Hey YouTube, it's me Kirby and you are watching Kirby Q. Hey, today I'm going to be doing a regional favorite, Yakamein, and it is noodles with ketchup, soy sauce, and most often is the most popular form of it is the chicken yak. But you can also have beef yak, you can have shrimp yak, but chicken yak and probably pork yak and beef is chicken and pork are probably the most two popular forms of it that most people probably order. Then maybe a shrimp or house special. One with house special is basically all the meats rolled up into it. But again, it's the noodles, it's the ketchup, it's raw onion, it's soy sauce, and the chicken broth that is the chicken is boiled in, and you mix that all up in your little Chinese takeout container. And I got to thinking about it. I said, man, I haven't had no yak in a long time, and popped up, well, Kirby, why don't you make some yak? And this will be my first time actually making it. Usually I just go to the Chinese joint and order some, but this will be my first time actually making it. So, step back with me, and here's my take on making the Virginia style yak. Now, the difference between the Virginia style yak, or the Tidewater yak, and the New Orleans yak is the type of noodle that's used. It's for in our area, it's primarily a wheat type noodle that's used. As a matter of fact, the company that originated it back in the day is, if the article I read is correct, the guy who originally made it, he sold it, but then somebody came back around about 2019, bought the company, and started back producing the noodles here in the area, here locally in Norfolk. But anyway, I was at the Piggly Wiggly. I saw all the stuff with all this Yakamein stuff, branded stuff, and I said, oh wow, cool, let me pick it up. So I picked it all up and said, I'm gonna make me some yak. So again, here's my take on making yak, chicken yak. And the way I'm going to do it, it's going to be a little bit different than the way, especially if you're watching this and you're from the 757, it's probably going to be a little bit different than how you may have seen your auntie and your grandma or somebody make it. But you always got to put your own little twist and stuff. Alright, enough for the intro. Let's get to the cook. Alright, meet me over here at the counter. Okay, to begin this yak, we're going to need some chicken. I'm going to do mine with chicken breast. You can use any part of the chicken that you like. Skin on, skin off. I'm using the skinless, boneless breast today. We're going to need some boiled eggs, some onion. Their Piggly Wiggly happened to have the Yakamein chicken broth in stock. Add the Yakamein red pepper powder that we're gonna like. The Yakamein noodles that we'll need. Some soy sauce, some ketchup, and I'm gonna add some garlic to it. So as you can see, it's a pretty simple recipe, and it's real easy to put together. The hardest part of the cook is getting your chicken broth and chicken together. So let's go ahead and get all these components separated, and each thing doing its own little thing. I'm going to get the noodles to boiling, and I'm going to go and cook my chicken breast in an Instant Pot to help it go and cook quick, and get it to a consistency to where it's nice and shreddable. I'm just going to make it like shredded chicken to put into it, and then we're going to go from there. All right, come along with me. All right, to my Instant Pot, I'm gonna take 4 cups of water. That's 2 to start off with. I'm gonna season the water with some SPG. I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons of this chicken broth. And this is in a powder form, not in a base form like you normally would get, say, from Better Than Bouillon. I'm going to use 1, 2, and I tell you what, let's do 3. We'll do 3. Again, as of now, I only have 2 cups of water in it, but I'm going to add a total of 4. And I'm going to put in 2 chicken breasts. Give it a swish around. I'll tell you what. I'm going to put all 3 of them in there. I need to hold on to it. So put all 3 chicken breasts in there. Okay. I'm going to add a teaspoon of minced garlic to this. Okay. Let's make it 2. Cooking by inspiration today. For lest I forget, one part of me is thinking 2 cups of water is good enough. No, I'm good. I'll go ahead and do it. Here's my 2nd cup. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and lock the Instapot down. Make sure I got that turned to pressure. And I'm gonna go to my pressure cooking setting. I think I'm gonna make it 45 minutes. And we're gonna let it go. That's the chicken cooking. That's it for that. All right. So, in about, when this gets down to about 20 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and start the noodles. So I'll be back at that time. All right, let's go ahead and saute our onions. We got some sesame oil. And I know most of the time, most people will get the Yock and they may get raw onions served with it. I want to take some of the bite out of the raw onions, so I'm just going to give them a light saute, so they're not too raw for me and Joanne. So we're just gonna, I think that's it now. What I may do, just put a little mixture of raw and sauteed onions in here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get that, just hit it a little bit translucent, then set them to the side. Okay. Alright, off to the side, I have my pot of water going for the Yakamein noodles, and like any other pasta like substance should cook. It's water, a little bit of salt in the water. Let's go ahead and give that a good stir first. go ahead and add our noodles. And this is a real fine type of noodle. And as you can see on the box, it's a wheat noodle. So I know some people will substitute using the Yock noodles with spaghetti, thin spaghetti noodles. Okay, a little bit more. I'm gonna call it quits on this noodle right here. All right. Alright, I'm gonna give this a stir. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Let's go over to our onion. It's starting to sizzle now. Okay, sorry about that. And, the disk space on the other device that I was using ran out, so I wasn't able to finish the last segment. But anyway, I had to finish cooking too. But the onions are done. So these are my sauteed onions, and these are some of the raw onions that we're going to add to it too, just to have a difference of texture. Here are the Yakamein noodles. They're ready. They're done. I'm just going to leave them in this hot water. Hopefully they won't get too overcooked, because they softened up really quick, which was different than my experience in working with other pasta. You normally, but it seemed like almost as soon as they hit the hot water, these were ready to go. So hopefully they won't be too mushy when it's all said and done. Alright, the chicken still got a couple more minutes on before I can shred it apart. Then and then we can wrap it up. Alright, so hang in there, folks. We're just about there. Alright, your chicken breasts are done. And so what I want to do now is go ahead and remove them from the water. And that Yakamein chicken stuff make the water, it helps create a real nice rich broth. So you got a real rich tasting broth from this. And I'm just gonna come over this way, shred up just these chicken breasts. Like this. Okay. Alright, so you got the gist of what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up those other two. I'll be right back when they're done. And then we're gonna then the rest of this is real quick and easy. So stay tuned. Alright, YouTube, let's go ahead and put this together. I'm gonna just go ahead and start with a cup of my broth. This about a half a cup. Alright. To that, what I think I want to do with it is go ahead, take soy sauce, add some splashes of soy sauce. And ketchup goes with it into the broth. And then I'm going to go ahead and give that a good mix. Do this without making a mess. Take my Yock noodles, put it in there, just a little bit more. Get some chicken. Bigger bowl. Sauteed and my rice. Again, let's get everything well incorporated. Made a mess. And of course, that piece of liver resistance boiled egg. Now let's go ahead and cut this in half. Alright. Onion did not come apart. I didn't dice it well enough, that's all. Break that apart. Alright, give me my taste test. Let me see how well I done for my first time out. I'm thinking, don't look as red as I remember. Let me just add a little bit more ketchup to it. Gotta add some red pepper powder, cayenne. Dusty. Alright. Get some chicken. Let's see how this tastes. Yep. Now my noodles overcooked. It's a little bit squishy, so my next go around I won't cook them as early. So let me get a piece of egg in here. Let's do another bite. Other than that, yep. Yep. That's Virginia Yock. I got the right flavor profile. Again, I overcooked my noodles. That's on me. I cooked them too early. But everything else, if you're interested in trying this, do just that. Just wait a little bit towards the end of everything to cook your noodles so they won't be overcooked. You gotta have a little bit more texture to it. But the sauce is just the way I remember it from going to my favorite hood joint Chinese place. You get it. It's right there. Another piece of egg. Alright, time for me and Joanne to eat dinner. If you like what you saw today, give it a thumbs up. And if it's your first time watching my channel, I hope I've earned your subscription, and you'll hit that subscribe button down at the bottom. Check out some of those articles I referenced at the beginning of the video. I talked about Virginia Yock, how it was started, when it was started, who started it, and all that other good stuff. This is a great dish. One of our local hood Chinese joints. Or have it. Alright. Gentlemen, light your pits and fire for your fat. God bless you. Have a great day.